Hello and welcome to day 3. This is a 3-part series. The topic is Me 2.0. Now, for me, it's Susan 2.0. What is it for you? What is it for you? Is it Michelle? Is it Karen? Is it Rachel? Insert your name for 2.0. So, I just want a quick recap. If you're watching this live, just say live. If you're watching this on replay, just say replay. But I promise I will do my best. Last two I've done in 10 minutes. This one, give me a little bit. Give me 12 minutes. So let's just quick recap. Day 1, we talked about courage. We talked about courage and doing things afraid. Did you do them? Did you do your homework? Did you do your assignment? If you did, say yes. If you didn't, say I'll do it later. Or promise, make the commitment, I will do it today. Do something afraid. We talked about BHAGs. So we talked about BHAGs and dreaming big. Dreaming big. A BHAG is big, hairy, audacious goal. Are you doing it? Are you doing it? So day 2, let me get to my next thing. Day 2, we talked about as if. Not the snarky teenage as if, but living your life as if it were already happening. So I made a little template for you. You could print it down. I put it in the comments, and that was designing your Me 2.0. I call it the do, have, be, and become. So, did you do it? Raise your hand. Did you do it? If you didn't do it, promise yourself and put in when you're going to do it. So, this is day 3. We're talking about overcoming obstacles. Obstacle, by definition, is something that's impeding your progress forward. Impeding, it doesn't mean it's stopping it absolutely dead. It can be, it's making it difficult. So, we look at physical obstacles and we look at mental and emotional obstacles. So I want to first use the analogy of physical obstacles. So I love to hike. And since my car accident, my balance has pretty much not been stellar. It's not been stellar. And I missed hiking. So what I learned was I needed different points of reference for my balance. So I got some hiking sticks. So not a crutch, but a hiking stick. It's a way for me to have different points of reference. So I have 4 questions to you when we're looking at overcoming obstacles. So the first one is, when you're seeing an obstacle in front of you, is that something for you to think, should I really be going there? Or do I need to look a different direction? The second one, and again, I'm using physical obstacles as the example, and we'll tie it back in with the mental and emotional. So with the walking sticks, I just need that extra feedback. I need those different points of reference. When you're working with an emotional or mental obstacle, you can use your friends as reference, you can use your family as reference, you can use an accountability partner as a reference. You can also use a coach as a reference. And a lot of what I do in working with my coaching clients is helping them overcome obstacles and guiding them on their path. It makes things so much shorter as far as length and time, and their success is just amazing. So the third thing is gamifying. How many of you like to play games? One way to gamify when you're dealing with an obstacle is to slow down. Another way is to speed up. Changing the tempo of how you approach it really kind of makes you look at it a little differently. The other thing is having a partner and race. So what I like to do with my kids is like, okay, I bet I can beat you doing this. You can do that with somebody else, or you can do that with yourself. I love using my timers, my phones, my phones and making myself get it done before then. It's a way for me to gamify it. And again, we have almost 7 minutes and 45 seconds left of this mini training. So, gamifying it. The fourth thing, and this is going to take a little longer, which is we talked about some of the physical obstacles and how I use walking sticks as a way to get extra points of reference. There's also other types of obstacles, and these I want to really kind of dive into more, and these are the mental and emotional obstacles. Now, we know that shift happens. We know that things happen to you, whether it be a car accident, whether it be a change in relationship, whether it be changing job, changing career, economic insecurity. We know that all this stuff happens to you. But how you respond to it is something you can control. And those things, whether it be a job loss, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a car accident like mine, how I responded to it changes that. And looking at obstacles, looking at the emotional and mental obstacles, yes, there's outside things that happen, but the one that I want to focus now are those inside things that happen. Who puts most of those obstacles there? I'm going to give you a clue. You may not like it, and that's okay. You put most of those obstacles there. I put most of my obstacles in front of me. And it's tough. It's painful to admit that because it's the truth. It's something that we don't not necessarily want to see. But we also have that incredible freeing because if we put an obstacle there, we can also remove it. Let me give you an example. I was working with a client and she was working 60, sometimes 70 hours a week. She wasn't seeing her family. She was burning out. She was beyond exhausted and it was affecting her physically. She was even having heart problems. What did I do? I talked to her about expectations. Who put those expectations? And after working with her for a little bit, she realized her boss, her employer, didn't put those expectations on her. She did. And I worked with her so that she could understand if she put those expectations on herself, that she could change those expectations. Wow. The testimonial from her was absolutely, I loved it. It changed her life. It literally changed her life because now she was coming home. She was leaving her work at work. She was spending more time with her family. She was able to take more time for her own personal health. It was truly life-changing. And I help people with this all the time. Yes, I can give them different suggestions on dealing with physical obstacles, but what I really work with my clients are those mental and emotional blocks, those obstacles that even though shift has happened to us, how we respond to that shift is the key. I promised you a couple gifts. Yes, it's gift time. I promised you a couple gifts when we started this 3-part series. I said I was going to give you the 3-part series for free. I did. It was on Facebook Live. This is a second time that I'm going through it so that I can upload it to my other social media as well as YouTube. But the other free gift is to just have a conversation. If these last 3 days you've had some aha moments and want to continue and think, okay, I could do this. This is right for me. I have another group starting really, really soon, and I'm taking applications now. So what that means is I've got a course that you can access at any time online, and I've got weekly group coaching, and the results are amazing. I keep it a small group, so it's application only. And for those that don't want to do a small group, I do VIP coaching, which is one-on-one coaching, but it's again by application only. So the second gift that I'm offering to you is a conversation, is a free, no obligation consult to make sure that this is not just right for you, but the timing is right. So I've included my Calendly link. Just click it, sign up. People that sign up sooner get extra bonuses. But just having a conversation. So, recap. Did you watch day 1? Did you learn about courage? Did you learn about setting BHAGs? Day 2. Did you look at things from a different perspective? Did you talk about what you want to do, what you want to have, what you want to be, what you want to be becoming? I used an example of my vision board in the back. And day 3 today, we talked about obstacles. We talked about physical obstacles and really spent more time talking about the emotional or mental obstacles, and that we are the ones who usually set those obstacles. So, let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's see how I can help you. I appreciate you hopping on this, watching this. Put your comments in below, and let's make this happen. I look forward to not just meeting you, but meeting the you 2.0. Be well.